They're at the top of the stretch now, turning home, and Miss Doc Rocks on the outside is up after the lead. Miss Doc Rocks gets a short lead from Sweet Miss Bell. Coming farther out is Cake Pop. They come toward the wire from the outside. Up to win it is Miss Doc Rocks. Then it looks like Sweet Miss Bell down the inside. EA Kingpin got third in 2:01.
Miss Doc Rocks wins in 2:01 with driver Troy Beyer in the bike. The 5-year-old mare scores her very first lifetime win. But it was not only Miss Doc Rocks who broke her maiden, but for owner Melinda Giroso, it was her very first win as a trainer. We got a chance to chat with Melinda about this special victory. Melinda, let's start out by talking about this race, because she was not a favorite in here.
No, she was not. Going into that race, like every race she goes into, I don't really know what to expect. It's just picking up data pieces like as I go along. So I was really surprised and really proud of her that she won. It's not that I doubt her, but let's be honest. You look at her lines and you don't expect her to be this horse that's going to be so brave and gritty and just keep going like that and trying. So that was really exciting, really cool.
And the fact that it was your maiden trainer win and her maiden win as a horse.
I think that's pretty cool. And I often wonder how many times that's happened. I just sit there and tell them, like, we broke our maidens together.
Now, how long have you had her?
So I bought her in January of 2024. I actually bought her at like a COVID fever, and I was home and I was looking at On Gate, and I didn't plan to look for a horse necessarily. I had 2 projects waiting, and I was like, I wonder if there's something out there. I just like project horses. I was like, I wonder if there's something out there falling through the cracks that I can race while waiting for my other 2 to come along. So I was scrolling through On Gate, and she just kept catching my attention. She wasn't finishing the races, and her miles were just deteriorating, and I'm like, I don't know. And I watched some replays, and the way Northfield does replays, she was actually caught like in some of the slow-mo, and you could just tell the expression on her face wasn't saying, I don't want to do this, it was saying, I can't. So that's the kind of horse I look for, because I do things like out of the box, and I kind of cater to their needs, their wants, just what makes them happy so that they perform. So that actually ended up being the type of horse I go for. So very last minute I bid, and I believe I was the only bidder on her. Nobody wanted her. It's fine.
So what is she like to work with?
So she is actually, if you know me, you know I love my horses. I love to snuggle them, cuddle them, kiss them, the whole 9. She is not about that life. She's a very sweet horse, very well-mannered. She loves to watch her TV when she gets put away. Loves her alfalfa. But as far as like snuggling, that's not her thing. She's just kind of, believe it or not, all business. So it was different. It was a lot to get used to. I'm like, the way I just want to force my love on you.
Maybe she'll warm up at some point.
I mean, she's got to get old at some point, and they're supposed to, get a little better with age, right?
So you have actually been in harness racing for several years, and we've done some interviews before. I know that you are an avid equestrian as far as riding, and it's not like you're just in the barn working with standardbred horses as they go on the track, but you actually ride them and everything. So, gosh, how long have you been working with horses, and how long in standardbred racing?
So I actually just had to do the math the other day. I've been in standardbred harness racing 18 or 19 years. And as much as I'm an advocate, my background, as you pointed out, is riding horses, and I've been doing that since I was 5 years old, and I am 33 now. So that's been my solid foundation. So going into harness racing, I wanted a job in horses when I was 16, and people directed me to the barn of Josh Green. So I walked into Josh Green's barn, asked if he was hiring. He said, yep, and that is where it started. But as a horse rider, I'm a big advocate for the breed. It's such a hidden gem. Love them, love trying to get everyone to see what we all in harness racing see with these horses. They're just wonderful for whatever you want to do. They're like, I'm game. So I actually, truth be told, I was not a standardbred fan when I got into standardbred harness racing. So they won me over when I was asked to train a standardbred for riding. I'm like, you want me to do what with a standardbred? I did, and that horse absolutely won me over, and I did it more and more, and they just continue to surprise me and impress me.
Oh my gosh, I love that. I love all of that. My goodness.
Don't tell them I said that. I feel so guilty.
I would never. You mean tell the horses?
Yeah. No, we got...
Your secret is safe with me, I promise. As long as they're not watching Post Time anytime soon. So.
I don't know, mine watches TV. I gotta watch that.
Thank you, Melinda. And again, congratulations.
Thank you so much.